Hello, my name is Wolfram Simon. I'm a researcher at Wageningen University in the Netherlands, and I am a food system modeler, and I look at circular food system innovations, but also protein transitions, so dietary changes on a food system level on European and global scale, and on the effects on the environment, so greenhouse gas emissions, land use, nitrogen and phosphorus cycles. So redesigning livestock system means that you really look at all the different components of livestock systems. So where does the feed come, like how are the animals produced, and what kind of breeds do you take, like all the different aspects that you can optimize and redesign. And we look on a modeling level, like how you could redesign to get the most out of it, like in terms of the environment. So how can you reduce the emissions, how can you reduce the land use by redesigning all these elements of a livestock system. So in this project, in the Re-Livestock project, we look at different innovations and we look at the effect of these innovations on the food system emissions and land use and different environmental indicators. So basically we really test solutions that are carried out experimentally in this project, and we test these solutions on a modeling level, on a European level, or even on a global scale, and look at the overall large-scale impact of such solutions. So we're still only at the beginning of our work, but we already did some baseline studies where we found that especially the feed of the animals can have already a strong effect on certain sustainability indicators. For example, we found that greenhouse gas emissions can be reduced by around 30% to the current emissions just by changing and optimizing the feed towards more circularity in the livestock production systems. So because we work on a very high scale, on a high level, like mostly on European level, these results are more useful for policymakers on an EU level or on a country level, but really like people who have decision power on a high scale. And it shows like which practices can be really effective to reduce greenhouse gas emissions or reduce land use or nitrogen into the environment. So I think that's the main benefit that you can get from this. I think it's always important to remember that a lot of these practices in reality are really context-specific and context-dependent. So there is not like one-size-fits-all solution, but I think it's always the combination of a lot of different practices and how they're also adopted by the farmers and by the actors in the food system. But I think it's just very interesting to know that there are a lot of solutions out there. There are a lot of very effective solutions that we can use and where we can improve the food system's emissions.